can. Spins a deal when they size. You have good stuff, they will buy. Look out, Snyder and Carbo Man. Comic art, comic books too. They got collectibles old and new. At the shop or a show or two, it's time to sell, they'll come to you. Hey there, Snyder and Carbo Man. It's a thrill to buy all neat stuff day or night. The expertise is high, but the price is just right. Snyder Man, Carbo Man, friendly neighborhood dealer men. Got the comics you're looking for, making you happy is their reward each day. You'll never know what sprang up, comics and art to hang up. Snyder and Carbo Man. I was saying the other wrong words.
So live from Secaucus, New Jersey, this is Selling Heroes.
Selling Heroes.
Hi, I'm Anthony Snyder, and this is Sharon,
Hi.
my lovely wife and assistant, and my good friend Chris Palmerini, the musical
living
director,
soundtrack.
the living soundtrack. And I see we're already talking over people. We're missing Mike Carbonaro today because he is in action at the National Baseball and Sports Card Show in Ohio. So he's going to be calling in later. And we're going to be having him describe what's going on and what deals he's doing. And he's been doing some big business there, and we're looking forward to seeing what's up with that. I just got back from 3 weeks on the road, and including the San Diego Comic-Con for that whole week, and pop-up shows there and back. So I did Phoenix and Las Vegas and Los Angeles. There was a whole show in Los Angeles, and then we did on the way back, we did San Antonio. Yeah, the Texas Triangle. Ooh. Yeah, San Antonio, Houston, and which was especially good, Dallas. That was awesome. Dallas, we were there for 2 days and got a lot done.
Yay.
So, this is my haul from the trip.
Check it out. This is all amazing art.
3 feet of art. It's all new. It's all good stuff. It's going to be all on the website soon enough. I'm going to be featuring some highlights of all this stuff, and maybe we'll have a trivia question if somebody can guess how many pages are actually here on this table.
I say like 8.
8?
Oh yeah, maybe 8. But I wanted to say that this isn't new stuff. It's new to you. It's new to your collection, but it's
vintage stuff.
Vintage
it goes back.
stuff.
There's probably a little bit of golden age, but mostly it's like bronze, some silver age. Like this is a really cool. Well, I want to save that. I want to save all of it.
Save it.
Save it. There's so much stuff here.
Oh my goodness.
I would try to make a trivia question about how many there are, but I literally have not had time to count it.
Right.
So now let's talk
one.
about like what's going on in the world of comic books and comic art today.
Oh yeah.
So what do you got going on? We have, well, the big thing is that Disney shareholders approved the deal.
Yep.
And that's going on. So that's great for the comic art world and the comic book world.
Disney now
We're
has
not showing these
Fox.
yet, Chris.
Sorry.
You're distracted.
Got a little carried away there.
All right.
He wants to look through them.
Don't
wait.
So now Disney owns X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool, one of my favorites.
Well, yeah, Deadpool is classified as mutant, so the whole, like, they license out the mutant world, the FF world, and that includes the Silver Surfer, so that's going to be good because that Silver Surfer...
Silver Surfer too? Okay, cool.
You know, nobody thinks the FF was done right. Everybody thinks maybe the FF was dated. It just wouldn't translate well. They tried a couple movies in the classic FF sense, and then they tried one that was more the Ultimates version. Johnny Storm was adopted, and the super scientist was the guy in the laboratory that developed that interdimensional portal machine, and you know, and Dr. Doom went to that other dimension and got all messed up. But maybe they bring him back. and they make the FF what we know and love. As a classic comic book guy, Silver Age guy, I hope that's the truth.
I hope so too.
I tend to think it bothers people when they change the origins, though. If you are a Silver Age guy,
Right?
You know, you're watching it like, hey, you just spoiled my childhood.
That's not. Yeah.
You know?
Thank you, Chris. That was your first good chime in.
Thank you. I'll be chimey today.
Yeah,
Yay!
you be chiming in. That's
Awesome.
good. That's my friend Chris Pomeranyi, and always chimey.
Chimey.
Okay, so that's one thing. They want to make changes, they want to make diversity, and they want to make appeal to the younger crowd. But then, it's the parents like us that are going to take our kids to those movies and pay for it. It costs me what, $300 to go to? It's crazy. It costs me $300 to take my kids to the movies nowadays.
We make it an event, though. I mean, we buy
basically we only go to
tons
the
of food
superhero
and
ones.
everything.
And, we go to the iPic and Fort Lee. I hope the owner's listening, so I get like
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, yeah. Sponsor us so it doesn't cost me $300 to go to the movies. Anyway, so that's the really cool thing. And I see where Comcast already made a move because they didn't get that deal. They already made a move with Amazon. I'm not sure what those details are, but they're trying to be a mover and shaker. And that's what's going on.
Is it really going to start to be like a huge streaming war now? Like all these companies are making their own streaming sites, aren't they?
Right, yeah, that's quite possible. The Netflix universe is the Netflix universe. That's kind of cool. DC's kind of got a corner on the TV with the Warner Brothers Network. They have a lot of popular shows like Green Arrow and Supergirl. Well, Supergirl's on the other channel. Actually, it's really weird. Supergirl runs opposite Green Arrow sometimes. And what other kind of, I want to talk more about San Diego and the whole trip because
I had so much fun.
We didn't, Sharon got to fly out and do a bunch of cosplay interviews, and
it was so much fun.
And our producer was out there, Adam, covering us, doing the deals that we did.
Yay, Adam! Shout out to Adam.
Yeah, but he's off this weekend. He's having fun. I think he went back home to a bachelor party, which I'm still confused whether it's his bachelor party or his friends. But maybe we can get a note from the control room. Was that Adam's bachelor party or somebody, one of his friends?
Adam's,
or both.
All right, somebody's getting married in that whole equation.
Somebody's getting married.
Yeah, we got a chatter in here that says, yes, The Incredibles is the best FF movie we have had.
I agree
with that wholeheartedly. The
Yep.
Incredibles one was amazing. I could watch it again and again. Me and my wife love it because it...
Go Dash.
We relate...
And Jack. Oh my gosh.
And to the whole marriage dichotomy of their marriage, we relate to that. It was just a very fulfilling experience, on every level. It appealed to the kids, it appealed to the adults, and it took Brad Bird 20 years to make the sequel, and waiting 20 years always lets you down. So anyway, so tell me some more announcements from San Diego that came through.
Let's see. Well, let's see here. There were so many cool trailers that were shown. Just amazing stuff. We got the trailer for Aquaman and Glass. That looks so good.
Glass?
Yeah. And the Glass is a superhero horror thriller written by M. Night Shyamalan. Am I saying his name right? Yeah. It's going to be good. Have you seen that trailer?
So that's a sequel to Unbreakable. Cool. That was a comic book movie, like long before they were making comic books. And what M. Night Shyamalan with Bruce Willis and Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass breaks his bones.
Samuel L. Jackson, who was actually playing me, a comic book art dealer, and he had a gallery, and I love that one scene where he's like this guy, this Wall Street looking guy is like, oh yeah, my kid's gonna love it. I'm gonna put it in his room, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, this is not for children. This is art. And he doesn't let him buy it.
Don't touch.
Yeah, I love it how he doesn't let him buy it. And then they had all these cheap posters on the wall. They needed me as a consultant to give them real art.
Oh,
They
yeah,
had
they
those cheap
should've.
Marvel posters on the wall. They didn't even have real art on the wall there. What we're going to have is a bunch of real art on the wall. So give me some more announcements from San Diego Con,
Okay.
Miss Minnie.
Let's see. Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the animated series is saved. Apparently, they showed a trailer announcing 12 brand new episodes that are coming out that are supposed to be really good. Star Trek
Some
Discovery.
Star Trek fans consider that the best Star Trek basic property. That's their favorite one. That's like, you know, they stick to the canon and all that. And so we have Yoda Mike.
Oh, we do.
Yes, we have
Mike is
Yoda
here.
Mike here. And maybe we can do an interview with Yoda Mike about, hey, Yoda Mike.
There he
Is
is.
Yoda Mike?
There he is.
Hi, Mike Yoda.
Yoda Mike. Get your hair. Oh, you're back. You're back from the trip, Yoda Mike. It's a 900-year-old adventure, and we hear that which show is going to get renewed?
Clone Wars.
Oh, Clone Wars. Are you in the Clone Wars?
Yes.
Yeah, you were there for like 900 years. Did you collect anything that got really valuable from 900 years ago?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Oh, you collect knowledge. That's cool. That's fun. And what about, how come all the Jedi Masters wind up hobos in a swamp or a desert or, you know, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Not all of them.
Well,
I thought he fell asleep, Yoda Mike.
Wake up, Yoda Mike.
do you collect snakes in your little hovel you have in the swamp, Yoda Mike?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. How about your little action figure? Did you like your action figure? You had a snake on your action figure.
Mm-hmm.
So you like snakes?
Around they are.
Okay. So you just have to live with them. That's okay.
Right now,
So-
Yoda Mike, all I
Yoda-
can think about is that song, The Seagulls, Nipping Your Knees. Do you remember that song? No?
Mm-hmm.
Can you sing a little bit? Please, Yoda Mike?
Please, Yoda Mike.
The Seagull song.
Oh, well. He forgot the lyrics, I suppose.
What was that one about? Go to take a bath. Go to take a bath. Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was a really cool one, Yoda Mike. So,
Think of
Yoda
it.
Mike, do you have any knowledge about future investments in collectibles that we could do?
No.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to Yoda Mike later. So,
I think
what's on the table is all artwork. Dub LL Stroke. This is all original comic book artwork and commissions that I picked up and did deals with on my trip for 3 weeks. This is the biggest haul ever. I did a big deal when I got home, actually, with a collector
Cool stuff.
that shall remain anonymous because you know he's selling his collection to finance his restaurant. And that's cool. It's going to be a really cool place. When he gets it open, I'll give him a shout out and try to get some business to him over there. So that's what's going on. I think we should, what else do we have as far as like the cool, hot announcements?
Well, Star Trek Discovery loosens up, I heard.
Loosens up. I
Loosens
liked
up.
it the way it was. It was
And-
like a vicious mirror universe. It was like a mirror series that I liked because Mirror is one of my favorite episodes, and this is something that I got on my trip that is really, really cool. It's a original press photo from like 1966, 67 when they were first shooting Star Trek. Okay? So that's original promo photo, and they have sit-down autographs of Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner. And that was probably like before these guys had ever signed an autograph. They were doing press photos to get sent out. Okay. So that's just, as an original Star Trek fan, this is like a kind of a holy
great
grail
piece.
to me.
I love it.
Yeah. So, and then this was
Best
another Star
wishes.
Trek piece from that same collection. It says "All Best, William Shatner," and that was a solo piece from the original production. It's on RC paper, which is appropriate to the era. They were actually photographs. They weren't prints or Xeroxes or anything else like that. And I know Chris loves stuff like this, right? You're a big original episode fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So give me some Star Trek theme.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
How would I do
God.
that without all the? All I got is this here giant ukulele. I did dance with Uhuru once.
You did?
Yes, or actually, she got on
Nice.
stage with me and danced there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I met Scotty years ago at a show. He was getting kind of old and frail, but I said, "Hey, you were my favorite," and he was kind of the fourth man out, but he was a favorite to a lot of people, and he was a great guy. So somebody turned me on to the Vimeo series of more Star Trek, or like gonna have, and it's like a total production that they do. They casted all the original characters, and these people act like the original characters. And Jimmy Doohan's son plays Scotty on that show, and they've done a whole series
saw that.
of original Star Trek.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, I just got turned on to that, and it's a Vimeo series about its original series, and they redo like these episodes, and I think it's called More Star Trek. So it's like
Cool.
Wow.
an extended series of the original Star Trek episodes with Kirk, Spock. They got
all the sets built and everything?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
all like picture perfect sets to the original
Wow.
series, and it's fun. I watched one episode, and Kirk was hallucinating, and he was seeing all these past loves that he had.
Oh.
Like the American Indian woman on that one episode.
Oh,
where
yeah. I remember
Miramani,
that
I
one.
think,
Do you remember that?
and then Edith Keeler was one of the loves that he was hallucinating. Edith Keeler must die. That was from the great episode that Harlan Ellison wrote, "City on the Edge of Forever." That Mr. Harlan, he just passed away, which was unfortunate, and but a great episode that we love then. And Joan Collins played Edith Keeler in that
I love
original
Joan
episode.
Collins.
So whoever was casting those babes that played those bit parts in those episodes was doing
Brilliant.
an amazing job. I mean,
Trickies.
she was so beautiful. That was 1966, and she didn't get really famous in the States until Dynasty, and that was in the 80s. That was like
Right.
25 years later, right?
Yeah. Well, early '80s wasn't Dynasty.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
25 years later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she was a total babe back then, and, Kirk was in love with her, and it's like, and then Spock like, Edith Keeler must die. So I always thought that would make a great T-shirt. Edith Keeler
Should I put
must
these
die.
on the back rack, Anthony?
Sure,
I
Minnie.
think I will.
Everybody wants to see you full length.
She's a little taller than Minnie,
I
I'd
get
say.
stuck.
Oh, so while we're on the subject of Star Trek, I just want to show one thing that I got for myself. Besides these fantastic autographs,
Two
this. All right, I'm going to do a trivia question for any Star Trek fans out there.
Oh,
all
what's the
right?
prize? What's the prize to the first
The prize
winner?
is a
First answer, correct
a
answer.
T-shirt of your choice. Either a black "Don't Keep Calm" or a white "Keep Calm" and Keep Collecting T-shirt. All right, so this is an original production tribble from the production of a Star Trek series. And which episode is it from? So whoever can tell me the episode it's from, we're going to do either a spin of the wheel or get a free
So-
T-shirt. Hey, you want to do a spin of the wheel?
Can you
honey?
repeat that?
Yeah,
Sure,
let's-
but wait. This,
Yeah, we're going to do a spin of the wheel because we haven't done a spin in a while.
it's from Star Trek.
And I
which
can relate to that because I
series?
haven't done a spin in a while.
Hardy har har.
I still don't have my camera of what's going on the show. But Thank you, Mr. You know, you got to chime in.
I'm trying.
Well,
I just
are
feel like
you?
Mike's still here.
No, you can't. All right, so this is a fun prop tribble. It was used in a Star Trek episode, and whoever can tell me, no, it was not the Trouble with Tribbles. That was the old one. That was the original series.
Good guess.
So
This looks bigger than
this is
the
from
ones
not
from
the
the
original
Trouble
series. It's
with
from
Tribbles.
something
not
else.
too many clues.
Wait,
Don't give them too many clues.
but there's wheels on this. It was like battery
A
remote
moving
controlled.
tribble.
Yeah, it's pretty
All
fun.
right.
Oh wait, we got to make
so-
chirping noises like the triples.
Yes.
All right, so let's
Okay.
spin. Should we spin?
All right, cool. So no, we don't have a winner yet. Now, so when we do,
Deep Space
but we're going to
Nine.
go to Mike Carbonaro, who's on location at the National Card Show. Do we have Mike Carbonaro
You're
on
coming
Skype?
in right now.
He's coming on right
great. Are we
now. Yay!
Okay, Defender X.
Okay, I can't hear anything.
Hey, Mike, I
Hi.
hear you.
Mike,
Do we have him on
Hello,
Skype?
guys. How you
Hi.
doing?
I hear you, Mike.
I'm
I
not
hope-
hearing anything.
No,
do you hear me? Hi, Mike. Test.
We're trying to figure out this technical.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Here we are at the National, live from Cleveland. But I
Yay.
can't hear you. Maybe you can hear me.
I can hear you.
We can hear
Want to
Mike.
see some cool cards? It's the best I can
I
do.
do want to see some cool cards.
I
All
can show
right,
you some
do
cool
we have him on
cards.
Skype?
Man. We have one left.
Trials and tribulations. Somebody
Oh,
got
there
it.
we go.
So
I can hear you.
Sports and CGCs. Woo!
all right, we're still trying to see if Mike can be videoed in. Is he on video?
I'm here, but I heard you for a minute.
All right, Mike. So what's going on in Ohio, Mike? Can you hear us?
I can sort of hear you guys. How you doing?
We're good.
We're
Miss you.
good. Yeah, we miss you.
Well, I would say I missed you, but I'm having too much fun at the baseball card convention here at the National to say I miss anybody. I was in this business in the 80s and 90s, and I kind of left it for the comic book world, but man, it's awesome. We just started it off by buying a couple of Mantle rookies, of which there's only one left now. I'm trying to show it to you, but I'm not figuring out exactly where it goes. Here we go. And then we've got this one, which is the other Mantle rookie, the 51 Bowman card. And there's another 51 Bowman card. That's another Mantle rookie. And then there's a Babe Ruth card. A
So
nice
cool.
one. So that's $50,000 worth of baseball cards right there.
Wow. How much?
Wow,
50,000?
50K worth of baseball cards. That's awesome.
Oh, man. I love it. So I'm talking to the lady at the thrifty car rental, and she's telling me a story about Mickey Mantle. So here in Cleveland, they used to, in the 60s, she was a little kid and her dad was in the Army, so they used to have access to the Yankees dugout. She loved the Yankees. She said Mickey Mantle was really mean to everybody, the trainers, but he loved the kids. And they'd be smoking and drinking beers in the dugout. Whenever the kids would come, all right, let me give you an autograph. I mean, it was really interesting how he was not nice to the trainers and the people. And they were all drinking, all the guys back there, drinking and smoking in the dugout. Can you imagine that?
No. That's wild.
Those were the good old days. But he got up to bat. He would bang the ball over the fence. So that
Wow.
was pretty cool. That was a good story that she was telling me, Mickey Mantle. But man,
Mickey Mantle.
it's still Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth here at the Comic Con. It's like Superman and Batman. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Speaking of Superman and Batman, so Disney. We forgot to talk about this last week. Hi, Sharon. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Oh,
We
you
were
can
just
see
talking
us?
about that.
Are you seeing us well?
Yeah, it's finally done. It looks like it still has to be going through all the trials and tribulations, but nevertheless, it's going to be done.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, and it looks like Disney will buy Fox. But I wish it would, and I wish it happened differently, and I wish Comcast was involved because I think competition is healthy, and now Disney owns Oral Marvel, and it'll just. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But at least in the next couple of years, the Fantastic Four is going to get.
Hey, Mike, can you hold the...
So, Anthony, like we said, Fantastic Four was a good investment. Did we not
Well,
predict
yeah,
that
I
3 months
disagree.
ago?
I think it's
Go
a
on our
great
show.
thing. I think it's a great thing. I think that, joining the Marvel Universe back together and connecting the dots with FF and all the mutants and then the Avengers, the world, I think that's a good thing. I think that's all positive. So I look forward to what they'll do in the re-emulsification of the whole Marvel Universe. So,
Hey, you look close. There's a Ferris wheel in the background here at the baseball cards event.
Oh, that'd
Okay.
be
There's
cool.
Mike said trials and tribulations, and he was right about
Tribble.
the video. I mean, our trivia question, because
Trials
that
and
episode
tribulations.
was named Trials and Tribulations.
I'm going to call you back.
All right,
You gotta
he's gonna
call us back?
All right, a little technical difficulty. Sorry, we're trying as best we can here.
Doing a deal.
Yeah.
I have a question, Anthony. Do you know why? Okay, so Disney now has access to every Marvel character except for She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, really?
But
That's
I don't
the one?
I don't understand.
That's bizarre.
Stan, did
Look
some
at
deals
all these
all the way
characters.
back to the 70s that, locked up characters that, that's why there was a tremendous delay about Spider-Man and the main Marvel Universe. They just didn't have, they had these weird deals that Stan did, and a guy wrote a book about it. What was it? Oh man, I forgot the name of the book, but it was. They used him, and he told the story. I mean, Stan sold these rights for $2,500. Like anybody who walked in the door and said, "Hey, I want to make a movie about Spider-Man," and he's like, "Okay."
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow,
there was
I
some
didn't know
bad
that.
deals done back in the day, and that
So-
locked up those characters for a long time.
They've also got Rio and Ice Age and Family Guy and The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh,
now
it's
The
all Disney,
Simpsons
too?
is like Disney.
Wow.
Okay.
How much longer do you
That's
think that could
wild.
last, though?
Oh man.
I mean, they've been doing it forever.
that's
It's still
wild.
funny, but
Yeah.
All right, so one of the cool things that came out of San Diego too was the trailer to Aquaman.
Do you like it? I mean,
All right, so I thought it was okay.
I saw the trailer.
But one of the cool things is DC contacted me today about my artist Esad Rabik doing a cover for the upcoming Aquaman movie adaptation. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but it's a little early in the process. It's way early in the process, but I look forward to that because that makes me a little cooler in the whole process that I'm involved with the Aquaman movie tangentially, or whatever that word is. And, So, I would like to show some of the great art that I got on my
Yay.
trip.
yay!
And Chris, as a big art collector and fan, this is a cool thing that I actually did a deal with Mike Mignola, and so I got the original art to his certificate of authenticity. So I like this piece because it's got a gentleman's skull and he's dealing cards. He's got 4 aces. It's
Anything
like
poker related or
anything poker
casino
cards
related, Anthony loves.
Because I was born in Las Vegas and I tried to play poker professionally for.
And you did well.
I did okay for a while, and then whatever. But when you got pregnant with our last child, I didn't want to be away all the time. So poker is a lifestyle that you have to dedicate yourself to, and to travel, and me being away for 3 weeks, So, do you have a Death Dealer song? Somebody wants to know.
I do not.
Dealer.
All right.
This is awesome.
He had
But they
a-
also
Oh,
like
and they
my
like
hat,
your
it says,
hat.
yes.
Yay.
All right,
shred.
well, you're wearing the Davy Crockett hat. Is that correct?
Davy Crockett.
Yeah, well, I figured,
All right,
we're
that's
kind of
Davy
tied in with the
Crockett.
Disney thing. Come on. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Okay, 1955 called, and they want their theme song back.
Good.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey,
All right, this is a cool piece.
you asked for it.
Hey, Minnie, why don't you stand back there and
okay,
let's
yeah.
fill up this board with some great art.
Let's fill it up.
And then maybe we can talk. Yes, give me some. Come on.
Oh, I love blues.
All right, so this piece is something I picked up from Art Adams. It's who I call an amazing modern master, doing just work that no one else in the business is doing, except one guy that kind of mimics him a little bit. But this is the original. This is like amazing, amazing stuff. So this is an X-Men cover, and then this is a Lady Thor cover. He actually, I had this before, and he's like, hey, I like that Lady Thor cover. What do you want to do?
Lady Thor.
Yeah, Lady Thor. Like, you know, this is from the Unworthy storyline where Thor became unworthy and he was carrying an axe, and that's Jane Foster. So Jane Foster became the worthy carrier of the hammer. Yes.
Oh, we got Defender Expert in, and he gave us his address so we can send the T-shirt he won. Yay!
What an amazing piece.
Isn't this amazing?
Yeah.
All right, Defender X, I'm going to say, well, you want a black T-shirt? Okay. So you want the Don't Keep Calm Team Carbo shirt. You're the first guy to ask for a black one, but that's all right. I won't be offended.
The white one
I
says
did
keep
too,
calm.
but that's because I'm fat. Fat guys like black shirts.
Oh, do they slim? Are they slimming? So I just want to go through some of this stuff really quick. So let's look. This is an amazing Michael Turner Fathom piece. You talked about Aquaman. This was like a different imprint he did for Aspen when he was alive. Another modern master that unfortunately left us way too soon. So that's a big sketch of Fathom. He probably did this for a charity auction or something, and it was auctioned off. So it's a huge piece. It's an 16 like 20 by 16 by 20 piece that's like
I don't think
Fathom, and it's got bubbles, you know, from
I haven't ever
Aqua
heard.
Girl.
Okay, so Fathom
Well,
is like.
he drew pretty girls really well. So,
But I've never heard of Fathom.
yeah, well, she was an Aqua Girl, like from a different imprint called Aspen. So, boy, we got some other stuff. Let's
Cool.
move quicker here.
All right.
Here's a Jordi
Fast.
Bernet illustration. I mean, this guy, you know, little illustrations like this are like $500 from this guy, and this could have been
That's
a cover.
hot.
I'm not sure. You know, I gotta look this up. Bobby, are you on the chat? Did you look this up yet? No. Okay. There's a cool Chris
Somebody says
Pichello.
they'll buy that. You want to buy this one? Is that the one?
You want to buy the Jordi Bernet? I think we put it up on eBay. That's Anthony's Comic Book Art online. So you can bid. It's live bidding now.
Cool.
So that's cool. Yeah.
And what was this one? I'm
That
going
was
too
a
slow.
Chris Pichello Captain America. And I have some other Pichello
Ah!
art. Like, this is like a whole bag of Pichello art from this collection. Here's amazing
Pichello.
Spider-Man.
How do you spell that?
Pichello.
Bacello.
Barcello.
I like
Spell
to play a
stuff. Here's some
Bacello.
character designs. Like these is just very popular artists. Here's a great Spider-Man page.
Bacello.
Yes, Chris Pichello.
Chris Bacello, he rocks.
Bacello.
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm getting excited.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Not showing it to you.
Barcello.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay. So I have so much art here. I mean, this could take the whole rest of the show to go through. Hey, and maybe it will.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, show your favorites, Anthony.
Well, I got
How could
this,
you know?
I got so much,
There's
so
so
much
much, yeah.
stuff here. I can't even get through it all. Here's a really cool Philip Tan piece. It says Savage Hawkman Philip Tan cover. Look at that.
I'm going to knock all this off.
That's all right.
That is amazing.
So, just to show you I have stuff for all budgets, here's a very low cost Archie page. It's a single joke page. I'd sell that for like $40. You know?
Archie's
So-
fun.
Yeah.
How old is it?
It's probably 70s.
That's a good deal then.
Yeah.
Drat.
It might be Dan DeCarlo, but I'm not sure.
If you're a skateboarder,
It's
this
so
would be fun
hard
to have.
tell. some of the different artists that work for Archie. It's like Dan DeCarlo did.
Yikes.
Did you know, the kind
Star
of
Trek was taking
prototypical
off.
I'm taking him down.
Archie,
Yeah.
and you know, everybody else kind of followed suit. I mean, most of the guys that they employed after, you know, during Dan DeCarlo's run and after were just trying to ape Dan DeCarlo. So, and he was a very sweet man. I'd like to actually take a minute there. Used to go to his house, buy stacks like this, you know. And he went through, he had, you know, tremendous family tragedy. He lost both of his sons that he had with his wife, Josie. Yeah, and that's where Josie and the Pussycats came. He invented Josie and the Pussycats, and he named them after his wife, Josie. She was Josephine. She was actually French. And they had 2 sons, and they lost both of their sons to AIDS. One was a drug addict, and the other was, you know, alternate lifestyle guy. And during the early 80s, they both contracted AIDS and both passed away. So a guy that spent, you know, his entire life just trying to bring entertainment and humor to the world. I mean, he experienced tremendous tragedy in his life, and it's a sad story, but you know, I have fond memories of Dan, and I remember when Sharon met him. Come on.
That was amazing.
Yeah. What did he say?
He said, "You're how I draw girls."
Yeah. You're how I
That's
draw
awesome.
girls.
It was like the
Wow.
biggest compliment
That's
anybody
awesome.
could ever get.
Yeah, and at that time in the like
The
that was
best
the early
compliment.
'90s, and you know, that's all she knew about comic books was Archie,
Yeah.
Casper, and
Yeah.
maybe Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
So for Dan DeCarlo to bless her with that compliment, you're how I
That
draw
was-
girls.
that
I can
was-
still see that in my
I
mind's
turned
eye.
all red. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, she was so flattered by that, and that's my best Dan DeCarlo story. So anyway, so now we have some Humberto.
Riddles.
Humberto. Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Come on, I need more chiming in.
Sorry. Well, you know.
More chime in.
There. Chimey.
I need more soundtrack. Yeah.
Is this Wolverine?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it's Wolverine and Spider-Man by Humberto Ramos, who's another modern superstar, and that's cool. And here we have a guy that's made a tremendous comeback in the business with the success of the Deadpool franchise. This is Rob Liefeld, and these are well, what's the title? Yeah, it is Deathstroke. It is a Deathstroke title, and featuring Deathstroke. So
Yeah.
that's another one of. I'm pretty sure he either co-created or created Deathstroke as well. I'm not sure.
So cool.
Did it? If anybody knows if Rob Liefeld had any, somebody's chiming in that Universal still owns the Hulk solo films.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So those rights are still tied up, but maybe that's why Hulk wasn't in that last Avengers movie. I don't know. Maybe they were making a stink about that. So here's another Bocello piece. It's a page 1 splice featuring Wolverine. That's amazing.
Someone said, "I don't know or read any comics, but the art is just so great." And definitely, I agree.
Keep those comments positive, and we'll talk back to you. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, this is kind of cool. It's another one of these. I think an image book. It's called The 10th, but it was done by. I think this is Tony Daniels. Yes, it is Tony Daniels. The
A
10th.
really good one.
And then that's a poster, but turn around and show them the art.
Ooh, we got the art.
Yep, the art.
The
The
10th.
art is good. So I'm going to keep going through this. If you guys can, get Mike back on the phone, and we'll try that. Try to get him back. Oh, okay. Deathstroke was not a. Yeah, Wolfman and Perez. That's right. I should have known that because he was launched in like that new Teen Titans title, right? And that was Wolfman, Marv Wolfman, and George Perez. Yep. Yep. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. Oh, this is one of my favorite guys.
I want to
Chris, you
suck your
are a
blood.
horror guy.
Oh, I love that.
So that is what you call black and white wash art, because they wash this with watercolors, and it's like, so it's Dracula from the magazine. So that the magazines had to be published in black and white not to appeal to little kids, because they thought only little kids would be attracted to color stuff. So the magazine stuff, which was more a little adult-oriented back in the 60s and 70s, which was your favorite stuff, right, Chris?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's have an eerie soundtrack to it.
Well, I was going to do from the beginning of Dracula with Bela
no.
Lugosi.
Which one was
Swan
that?
Lake.
Don't say Swan
yeah.
Lake. It'll make Sharon start
I'll
wanting to
start
do
dancing.
pirouettes and stuff. I don't know. So, Ed Bennis. Oh my God, we got so much stuff here. Rants. Oh, and a tremendous amount of Simon Bisley art. Look at this. These are character designs he did for production. I don't know, or a magazine or comic book that I don't know if they were used or not. But look at how talented this guy is. He's amazingly talented. The Simon Bisley. So you know,
Whoa, that is so detailed, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yikes. Holy cow.
Here's a really cool another hero page by Tony Daniels. That's from Teen Titans, and I've only gone through a couple inches of this art, and you know, I got so much more to go through. It's amazing. Oh, this guy is so cool. His name is Garaz, I believe, Garaz, and he did a black and white Jonah Hex story. Now look at this. See, again, like the Dracula page. Here, show them these, because this is
Dracula.
Another wash.
yeah. Look
Oh,
at this.
yeah,
This is
that's
finished
gorgeous.
black and white art. Look at this. Yeah, do theme from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That's perfect. Blam.
Now
Those are the words to it.
Those are the words to it, right? No, that's like when they were
I
just
wish I could
setting up
whistle
that
like that.
graveyard scene, and before the big shootout, the three-way shootout. Remember that one?
Actually,
In the
no.
Good, no.
I don't.
There we go.
Haven't seen the movie in so many years. All I remember
man,
is that,
I remember
that theme
every-
song that
every
I think
beat.
everybody knows.
Every beat of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. One of the great masterpieces of, you know, God, who that was the Italian director. What's his name? Come on.
Oh, I can't remember now.
Oh, come on. The Mr. Spaghetti Western. And speaking, oh wow, speaking of spaghetti westerns, here is
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yul Brynner, a signed Yul Brynner poster from Adios Sabata. And that's available. I don't know what a Yul Brynner, this is just a couple
Yul
things.
Brynner.
Yeah, Yul Brynner.
Oh, I'm
From
thinking
the
he's
King and
not
I?
signing anymore.
Huge Broadway guy. So,
King and I.
yep. Jim
I'm running out
Brown.
of space, man.
No, that's all right. Just cover them
Just
all.
start covering them. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Oh, they want to know what your shirts say.
Mine says keep calm.
And
keep
keep
collecting.
collecting. Team Anthony, because he's
Team,
the
I'm
calm
on
one.
Anthony's team. Yeah. I
And
had
then
no
the
choice,
black one
actually.
says, "Don't keep calm,
you had no choice,
but keep
really?
collecting." Team Carbo.
Who's paying you to be here? Yay. I want more soundtracks. How about, do you remember this production?
No.
It was by Ralph Bashke. Ralph Bashke did a couple very famous productions of The Wizards and
I remember Wizards.
and
Ooh,
of course
neat.
Fire and Ice by Frank Frazetta. So, but I'm not. I forgot what production this was. This was in a deal I got a couple nights ago. Some animation art. I got so much stuff here. I literally don't know what to do with it. I mean, I got to get through it. There's more 10th pages. There's more. Oh wow! Oh, here's some of my favorite stuff. I gotta show some of my favorite stuff. This is the stuff out of this deal where I don't even know if I want to sell it.
That's rare.
My favorite artist, John Buscema. So there's some later stuff that he did, and then a classic Wolverine job, where you see it's real John Buscema art. This is Pencils and Inks by John Buscema.
Nice.
And a lot of these have character design stuff and sketches on the back.
That's one of your favorite things, right?
Yeah,
when you turn it over and
that's
there's
always
more
this
stuff, a
on the back,
surprise.
yeah.
Surprise this.
But then you don't know how to
Bernie
frame it.
Wrightson drawing.
Nice.
Let me find a good one with sketches on the back.
Ooh, look at the skeleton.
Well, that's Bernie Wrightson, the great master of the macabre. Bernie Wrightson. Give me some macabre chime. Chime in with some macabre.
I don't know if the camera is. I don't see the camera now, so I don't know if the zoom is working.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen the camera this whole show, so that's all right.
These are cool.
Oh, here.
Cool.
Okay. All right, so here's what I was talking about when I said like these sketches on the back. John would warm up and just do these sketches before he executed his pages, and you know, it's just I love this stuff. This is from the hand of God. I mean, this is Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. This is Leonardo da Vinci. This is the 20th century version of those guys. To
Beautiful.
me, actually, I think my friend Brian Peck made a book, John Buscema, the Michelangelo comics. I think that was his title. So that's.
And this is still
so
John
cool.
Buscema, right?
This is all just John doing doodles.
Doodling, and they're incredible.
Yeah.
They're not just doodles, but
And they're
to
just
him,
out of his
it like
head.
took
No,
him
it's
like
Yeah.
Here's like some
2
stuff
seconds.
for a Punisher page where he shows the Punisher and some guys get, you know, him punishing Punisher, punishing people who need to be punished.
Punisher.
That's what the punishments are
Punishing,
for.
punished.
That is what the Punisher's for. Here's some Punisher Warzone. Like here's a Loki page. Oh, I got to show some more of these. These are amazing. Because these haven't seen the light of day for like 20 years. So, one of the cool things that happened this summer is that my son, who is an aspiring comic book artist, went to the Joe Kubert School of Comic Book Art in Dover through the summer program, right? Jamie, come on over. We're going to show.
Let's talk to
Have sit
a
down.
Okay.
comic book
Let me just
artist in the making.
figure out how to get through this maze.
The maze of comic
amazing.
book art
Yes.
and collectibles.
Yay, Jamie!
Hello.
So,
Is my working?
yeah. So this is my son Jameson, and your mic is
And my
working.
son.
So tell us about how the course went at the Joe Kubert School, because I have what we need to here. Hold this up right by his head, because this is a sketch by Joe Kubert of his famous character Sergeant Rock, the comic book that he's best known for, and was the DC War art. So, and that's a good luck, Joe Kubert. So, show us some of the artwork you did at the summer program.
All right, which camera do I point it to?
Right over here.
You don't ask, you just do it.
Okay.
I'll hold it for you too if you want.
All right. I've been working on a lot of my original characters. Not a lot of these are finished. I think this one's probably my favorite that turned out. It's like, it's not near done, and I'm probably going to redo the scales on the Drake, but...
So what is that? That's a Drake?
Yeah,
Your
it's like
character?
a dragon, but like... Drakes are kind of like dragons, but they're like monkeys to dragons, you know?
Okay.
Monkeys and dragons. No, you don't know. You have to tell
A
us about
monkey
this.
and a
I'm
dragon
trying to.
combined.
All right,
And this
well-
is your
no,
creation. Wait.
No. Okay, so you know how like monkeys are just like a weird version of like humans that are like an evolution offshoot? That's kind of like dragons and drakes. But,
Okay.
like, you
So
get
it's
it?
an evolved dragon?
No. Like,
Okay, next.
dragons
Come
are
on,
smart.
you gotta be
Drakes are dumb.
kid.
All right, dragons are dumb. Drakes are smart.
Okay.
All right, so this I know you did for your first week, which was your original character design.
Yes.
Working
Okay,
in a
cool. Tell us
grayscale.
about that one.
Yeah, this is my first time working on like tinted paper and stuff. Like we worked on got like a whiteout pen to work on it. Like worked on splatter. It's like a lot of experimental stuff, a lot of new stuff I did at the school.
All right, so what's your character's name, and tell me about it. It's kind of like you know, your favorite video game. What was that? Legends of Zelda, kind of a Zelda character type.
Like, how do you mean by that?
It's kind of like inspired by Legends of Zelda,
It's
or not?
inspired by a lot of things. It's just kind of like I take a lot of inspiration from everything that I listen to, unless it's like hot garbage. So
All right.
even in some stuff where it's hot garbage, I'm just like, oh wait, that would be kind of neat if they just did this thing instead of the entire movie they just did. But
All right, so he's got pointed ears. That's
Like a
Is
Link.
that elf type?
yes,
Yeah.
elf.
So, I mean, you're also a dungeon master on your Dungeons and Dragons group, right?
Yeah.
So that's really part. You just like that the fantasy world type stuff. What do you call
Yeah.
it? And not so much the superheroes right now. So
Oh no, I like everything that's good.
okay,
So
Spider-Man's good.
been a
You used
Spider-Man
to love
fan.
Spider-Man.
I still do.
All right.
I inked this. I did not like draw it out. I inked it. So
Oh,
That's
that's
good.
cool.
yeah.
So what are those? That's a big.
It's like a big
Batman
monstrous
monster?
Batman. It's like some metaphorical stuff where he's like fighting a bunch of Quarter the Owl people, where he's actually fighting a bunch of weird owl people, and he's like a big hulking monster. And
Whoa.
Oh, speaking of Hulk, look at this John Buscema Hulk.
ooh,
Wow.
That's
I
cool.
hope you learn to draw like this guy, because he's my favorite guy ever, Jamie. Look,
Okay,
even those
no pressure.
toes. Look at those big Hulk toes.
Feet are hard to draw.
Yeah. Those,
Oh, you were
those-
working on feet. You were
oh
telling
yeah,
me about
we
how
like practiced a lot of hands and feet like poses, which was really
those are very
helpful.
hard.
Yeah.
You've gotten much better at doing both hands.
Hey,
and feet.
somebody said nice line work, Jamie. Colors are cool too.
Thank
Rolf
you.
Chopter 117.
Thank you, that person that's typed that. Means a lot.
So he said hi, Jamie, too. So it's like somebody that knows us.
No, he just said your name. You said my name.
He said Jamie.
Yeah,
Hi,
you
Jamie.
screamed out my name.
Okay, Jamie, Jameson. I need more music. Come on, you
that's
gotta
what-
earn that $100 I'm not paying you.
That's a cool monster bird, right? What's that one, Jamie?
This is okay. For this one, it's kind of funny how we worked on the designs. We made like a bunch of ink blotches on a paper, and then we went over a tracing paper and made monster designs. And I came out with this bird-looking thing with one arm.
Oh, neat. So you had to do shapes first and then make something out of the shapes?
Yeah,
Cool.
like put details and stuff.
I like that.
This is like some cover work I did for, again, one of my other characters.
I like that.
Thank you.
She's shooting some zombie elf in the head, or
Oh,
what?
look. Yeah,
Not a zombie
I see what's
elf,
going on there.
just like a brigand bandit kind
Bad bandit
of situation.
person. I like
Wow,
it.
he took one in the head.
Yeah.
Really good, Jameson.
Jamin,
Yeah, I like
that's
that
awesome.
one. That's a nice splash page. You know, it shows like a page one story from the opening of a comic book, and
Yeah.
that's really cool. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
What'd you do with that money I gave you?
Went to art school and
Oh, okay. You did go to art school. You
Hey.
killed my punchline.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, do you know about like the whole like DC online video service they're making now?
No, tell us about it.
Okay, so you know how we used to get movies on Amazon for like all the DC animated movies?
Oh yeah, that was the one of the things we used to do together.
Yeah,
we
and-
used to say, "Hey, Dad, there's a new DC movie out," and it would be like, "What was that? Flashpoint
Yeah.
was a great one that we really enjoyed."
Yeah.
And like Arkham Asylum was
Yeah.
really good. And what else? Superman vs. Batman was
Gotham
on.
by Gaslight. That one was.
Yeah, Gotham
by
Gaslight,
Gaslight.
Yeah.
which was based on the Kelly Jones and Mike Mignola
That one
art.
might be my favorite.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Okay,
that was from the Elseworlds comics back in the 90s, where they would just say, okay, Batman was really kind of a Sherlock Holmes dude, and the Joker was Jack the Ripper, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, no spoilers. But we can't do that anymore on Netflix, because now they got this DC service thing where it's kind of like Netflix except all DC related stuff.
Okay, so Warner Brothers is going proprietary on their on their videos. Oh, well, we'll have to keep it
Interesting.
Hey, somebody's asking, Jamie, do you have a website where we can see all your work? That's really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe we can put some on your website.
Yeah, we could do that. We can make a gallery for him on my website, anthonyscomicbookart.com, and look for Jameson Snyder. Do you have a pen name, Jameson? Are you just going to use Jameson, or are you going to...
Well, you see, 2 days ago I didn't know I was... No, I didn't. No.
You don't have a pen name?
I don't have
You can think about
Well,
that.
what do you assign it? Jameson?
Yeah, I just do .1 pen and just do wavy signs.
Wavy signs.
I might make
Wavy
a Twitter
signs,
account or something, I don't know.
signatures.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, going back to San Diego releases, what's your favorite thing from that? I might have missed that.
Well, I don't really have time when I'm at San Diego to deal with the programming and such, or what's going on. People really have to tell me. I know some of my assistants hey, can I run off and get this exclusive, this or that? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if it helps, make you happy and your time worthwhile there. But I'm all about the business. I have 5 booths there. It costs a lot of money to be there. I have to pay them before I leave again to ensure my spot. So it's all about the business. So if I'm doing good business there, that's what's important to me, to provide for my family and my employees, and make sure everybody has a job. So,
I know what your favorite thing usually is.
Now, my favorite thing is the fact that you showed up after being absent for 10 years. I just couldn't believe my eyes. And
It was
my
great.
wife was.
I was.
So,
my kids are old enough now, so I could
Yeah.
come. But
So,
you love
we're-
shopping with your boys.
Yeah, well, I didn't get a chance to do that at all
Yeah.
either. I mean, but what was cool is Sharon got to do some woman on the street interviews with some of her favorite cosplayers that caught her
So
attention.
much fun.
So we're going to show one of those each episode for the next. We'll never run out of those, because we're going to do those. We're going to be streaming content live from the Be Terrific booth at TerrificCon in Mohegan Sun.
That's going to be so exciting
That'll
and
be
fun.
later this month, so look that up. TerrificCon in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun. Mitch Hollick, the owner, has arranged that with us, and then we're going to have a good time there with him. He's a very experienced podcaster and a really fun guy to be around. So he'll be participating with us as time allows for that as well. So a shout out to Mitch Hollick for that and promoting that. And we hope to see people that are going to attendees at that Comic-Con that will be set up. I'll have a setup. Mike will have a setup. You'll know my setup by it being the best looking booth there. And you'll know Mike's by it being the worst looking booth there. I have pictures to prove that
He
from
just
San
looks
Diego.
like he hasn't unpacked.
Yeah.
But he's got cool stuff.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
sort
dig
of
a little
that
bit.
He's got really cool
flea
stuff.
market,
gosh.
garage sale aspect to Mike's setup, lack thereof. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be at the Boston Con in not
Couple of
this
days.
weekend, but the next weekend. That's going to be a big show. That's in their big convention center. Maybe you can come with me to that. Or are you going to go see your grandpa?
Oh, he's coming to Grandpa's. He's coming to Grandpa's.
What's the date, Anthony?
Okay, so one of the things we want to do. Did you guys get Mike back at all, or is that we're just going to give up on that?
We have to find out.
Okay, so Mike's connection wasn't good enough to support the live streaming
Skyping.
Skype. Had him go buy a tablet, and now he's going to be mad at me that he spent $1,000 and it didn't work good.
We'll figure it out for next time.
Yeah,
because this will
but
happen.
he's too busy doing
again.
baseball business. And one of the, this is something cool that I picked up recently. You see who that is, Jamie? You know who that is?
No.
No. Do you know who that is, Chris?
Of course he
I need
knows. He's
glasses.
60 years old.
Don't tell me. I don't know who that is.
I know who that is.
Okay.
All right, well, so this is a actual photograph of Babe Ruth.
Oh.
Now, this is photographic paper. It was taken by a photographer. It's not a print. It's an actual, he
Not
was
a
So
trading
one of a
card.
kind.
It's a photo.
It's a print.
Holy cow.
So this is cool. This piece of paper was printed from a negative that saw Babe Ruth. So you're just like
me
one
show it
step
to
away,
the-
one generation away from Babe Ruth right there.
And I'm
that's-
sure the negative is long gone.
Oh yeah, stuff
Wow.
like that gets they
They
didn't.
deteriorate.
Yeah, they if they weren't processed properly and
it
I
looked like
used to be a
this
photographer,
used to be
so-
pasted in someone's album.
Yep. So that's really cool. That's available. I think this is worth like $500 to $700. And here's another bit. I
Ruth.
wanted to talk to Mike about this since he was at the baseball show. And this is like something that's very, 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 very cool. This is a Dodger sign ball, which they would have the whole team sign it. And I believe it's from like 55 or 56. I need an expert to help me out with the actual roster. But okay, it says Dodgers, but the most important thing on this is right there. Number 42, Jackie Robinson.
Oh.
So
Wow.
so we have the man who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball, Jackie Robinson, and who movies have been made out of him and the history, and he's honored every year by Major League Baseball with everybody wearing 42 on a certain a day and game, and that's a guy that was part of the lexicon of American history, that changed the way we look at sports in America. So I hope you understand the history. You have the guy, the greatest baseball player that ever happened.
Babe Ruth.
Yep, Babe Ruth.
Jackie
and,
Robinson.
probably the next important baseball player ever, Jackie Robinson. So that's
neat.
Yeah, and he came. He was important way before, Martin Luther King and such.
Wanna see?
He really
Yeah.
was helping break the color barrier and
see?
making equal opportunities for black athletes where they were segregated into the Negro leagues and such. And so those guys,
That's a really
came
good,
after him.
strong signature.
yeah,
too,
it's a
I mean.
great signature, and it's. What I love about this ball is
Let's
like this. You can tell that it was a clubhouse ball. That they took this ball and this guy signed it. He had a pen in his hand. He passed it to this guy. He had a pen in his hand. Each one is a little different. Each
Yeah.
one signed by with a different pen. And that's how you really tell. When you get a ball like this and it's all signed with the same pen, it's like that's really suspicious. And I got this what's cool about this, I got this in a comic book deal.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the guy had, this is why I went for this.
What's that?
Yeah, what's that? That's
Amazing Fantasy.
That's the hottest book ever. Woo! Yeah, the first appearance of Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy 15. Just got that in. Gonna have it worked on and graded because, once
How are
it's
you gonna have
graded
it worked
like
on?
this,
You have to have
it's
it
got,
pressed
a
or-
little pressing, a little help. Not to restore it, but and I got some other CGCs available here. I know these ones are your favorite, huh, Jamie? Remember when I gave you one of these for your birthday?
Oh yeah, these are awesome.
Yep, your favorite.
Yeah.
Venom.
Yes. The black suit is probably my favorite alternate suit.
Yeah, did you see the trailer for that? And the
Venom.
yeah, and the movie poster's out with Tom Hardy. He's an amazing actor. He was so good in the
Revenant.
Who created the black suit?
I don't know, but I
What
do.
writer did?
the writer. Whoever was writing this one. Origin and first appearance. Oh yeah, David Michelini.
Yeah.
Or Michelini.
Was he the artist or the?
No, he's the writer. And then Todd McFarlane originally was the, and then Mike Zeck actually, like who? But I think I'm pretty sure that Michelini was very.
Was it Jim Shooter though that created that, or?
Well, which one? I mean, you threw me a curveball here. I knew there's the Marvel.
Who knows out there? Somebody's
Yeah.
got
Somebody's got to know.
Hey, who can tell me who the original writer-creator of the black suit was? That's
Spider-Man's black.
Well, was it first in
all right.
Secret Wars first? Or?
Yeah, it was in Secret Wars first, and then this. Yeah, but Michelini was. I thought he had a lot to do with it, but maybe I'm just confused because he wrote Spidey 300.
Speaking of the black suit, did you know that Spider-Man wore the black suit for a while again recently?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, like Venom is apparently good now. Like, because Venom is like a space alien that went back. It's a long story. But like, long story short, Green Goblin has a Carnage symbiote, and then Carnage like went on a ramp. Green Goblin Carnage went on a rampage, just like attacking all his spider friends, and then like Venom is also kind of like a spider friend. Like, yeah, it's shaky.
So who is Venom now? The J. Jonah's son? Or
No, it's Eddie Brock.
Oh, it's Eddie Brock. Yeah,
Again.
Yeah.
It moved around
He
finally.
kind of gets passed back and forth, right?
Flash Thompson died.
No, Flash died.
Yeah, like fighting Carnage.
I wish
Green
that
Goblin
Flash
Carnage.
Thompson version of the last movie.
Poor
No,
Flash
What?
I didn't
Thompson.
like that version.
Yeah.
You know that guy. He was kind
Oh
of.
yeah,
a
he's just like yeah. They're not doing anything with that character. I really do like what they did with Flash Thompson in the comics.
Oh, but was Flash Thompson Venom at one time?
Yes, he was. And then like he got the Carnage Venom. He got the Venom symbiote. Then he was like a good guy with it. He was like employed by Shield, and then he went in. Like that one was cool.
Oh yeah, Agent of Venom.
Agent Venom, yeah.
Yeah, Agent Venom. Yeah.
And like he was also like a military marine, and like everyone, and he got really well respected. And like he lost his legs, and in like service, and then he got the Venom symbiote, and then he could like walk again with the Venom goo legs.
Okay, is that made him complete again?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a couple more cool CGCs. The first Wolverine, which is one of my favorite books ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever.
I bought that one on the newsstand. I mean, on the twirly rack at 7-Eleven. So, somebody's saying Randy Emberlin was instrumental in
The black suit?
black suit.
I don't know.
The black suit wasn't meant to be like an alien at first. It was just meant to be like a
to be a
new
black
alternate
suit.
Yeah,
costume.
just like switched it up.
And then everyone
you know
hated
what?
it.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You are absolutely, it wasn't a symbiote at first.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused, because Michelini made it the symbiote, Venom, that thing. So that's what's cool about that.
And then it was kind of funny because like they had to come up with a good reason to get rid of it because everyone was like, we missed the red and blue, and then like they were like fine, and then they made the Venom symbiote, and then like there was also those people who started complaining like, I really like the black suit, and then they're like, okay, now there's a reoccurring character that looks like it, okay.
Oh, this one's really cool because this was a 9.8 signature series. They really don't give out higher than 9.8s anymore. I used to get a 10 here and there, but 9.8 is about as much as you can hope for, and that's a signed copy by the creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, the co-creator, I should say, because we had Fabian on the week that Deadpool 2 came out, and he was a great guest. So we have all this artwork available, and that's all going to be processed and put up on the website. It's probably going to take a couple weeks with my office manager, Bobby, pounding it, getting like 50, 100 things up a day. And we wanted to go to Sharon's cosplay corner moment at San Diego Comic-Con before
That
we
was a
run
lot
out
of
of
fun.
time. All right, so do we have time to go to that?
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to sign off here and then go to her interview, and we'll all see you next week, and Mike Carbonaro will probably be back with us.
Yay!
Yay.
So enjoy the interview with
So
a
for-
really cool Groot.
Oh,
as
you got
Doctor
the Groot
Strange.
interview?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was so cool. This
Doctor
Groot was
Strange
the best.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, that. And so we're going to have a cosplay corner interviews at the cons with Minnie Mouse, who's got a lot going on. And so signing off for Anthony Snyder and family, Sharon Snyder.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
Jameson
for
Snyder.
watching.
Chris Snyder.
Hi, everybody. We're at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm with Groot. Can you believe it?
I am Groot. Dr. Strange Groot. Oh, don't worry, but I am Groot. Oh, gosh, Mickey. What do you mean you're Dr. Strange Groot? Oh, I don't know. It's just what I do. Holy strawberries, Batman. We're in a Groot jam. I am Groot.
That's awesome.
You are Grooty-Voo.
I'm Grooty Groot.
Grooty-Voo? Yeah? Oh, wait.
That's incredible. How did you do that, Groot?
I am the Sorcerer Supreme Groot.
Magical. Incredible. I love it.
It is
That's
beautiful.
great. I love your costume. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Or are you going to stay in character?
No, I can talk without it.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Gary Oakes, and this is actually my 14th year going in cosplay at the San Diego Comic-Con.
That's incredible.
14 years, and I've done a lot of different characters, from Mr. Freeze to Taskmaster to Nick Fury, Mojo, a whole bunch of them. But I generally make about 90% of my costumes, and so this is
All handmade?
all handmade. Yep, yep. All of the this a lot of foam, and like if you can see on my boots down there, that's all pipe insulation. That
Pipe
I have
insulation.
pipe insulation that then I took a drill bit and drilled into it to create sort of like a root vein type thing, and then glued them on. And then of course you add a little, some stuff on top.
I love it.
I had a bird's nest and I thought about putting it up there, but I thought maybe a little too far.
That's cute.
But I have fun, and I've made the Doctor
Love that
Strange.
foam and the light up thing. And how did you do those lights? That's incredible.
Well, now this thing actually, I did buy this. I'm guilty of doing that, but the armor, the belt, all of this stuff, I constructed all of this, put it all together, and I've just got lights going on everywhere. Which, I mean, if you're the Sorcerer Supreme, you have to be magical.
Yes.
And so that's why you have things like, that's why you
Delicious.
stuff like that. And there actually is a precedent for a Dr. Groot Strange. In Groot comic number 2, there is one episode that Groot takes where he lands on planet X, and all of the Groots that live there have all adapted to a Marvel character. So there's a Iron Man Groot, a Galactus Groot, and a Doctor Strange Groot.
What?
And so I thought, okay, if Marvel has bestowed their, graces on it, then I can do it too. And therefore, I am Doctor Strange Groot.
That's incredible. Incredible. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Are you entering the masquerade contest tonight?
No, there's a couple reasons why. One, you get your pictures taken on the floor thousands of times compared to just 5,000 or 6,000 people in the masquerade thing. Number two, and this is the most important thing, if you wear your costume on the floor, you can't enter it in the masquerade.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So therefore, I'd rather be on the floor and let everybody see me.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, and then I get to meet nice people like you and this fine gentleman. So, what the heck?
thank you so much. It's been a pleasure interviewing you, and have a great time. Enjoy the con. Thank you so much for stopping.
Thank you so much.